Hey, Mr. G, so are you ready for another lesson today? That's good. We're ready to go. Let me tell you, this Serengeti Pond Scum tea that you made, it's not bad. It's pretty good, you know. So, Mr. G, you know, one of the functions that's provided on the YPG-235 is the ability to play an introduction and endings to your songs. So before you start, I like to press sync start, and then right here is the key for the introduction and endings, and it's got other functions, but we won't get into that right now. But before you start the song, if you press this button, then it'll play an intro for you. And while you're playing your song, when you press that button, it'll play an ending, and the ending will start on the first beat of the next measure. So you need to be aware of that. So Mr. G, let's talk about some of the endings on this keyboard. You know, each style has a different ending, and we'll just demonstrate a couple. I'll play a little song and play an ending, and you can see what I mean. Okay, sync start. It's ready to go. So, Mr. G, that was one ending. The style was bossa nova. So, let me show you a couple of other endings here. This will be style 116, which is the rumba. Okay, sync start. Tempo is about 112. That's okay. And see what you think about this ending. I think that's kind of blah, if you ask me. Here's another ending, 87, which is country, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that's so-so. Okay, this is number 64. It's a ballad. 58. It's a disco, and tempo is 122 here. And it's kind of unique. Listen to that. Yeah, well, that's kind of unique in the length of it, you know. Okay, Mr. G, now I'm going to play you my favorite ending on here. Okay, style is 84, which happens to be the boogie, but its tempo is 166. Let's slow it down a little bit. So sync start, and let's see what this ending is. Whoa! Mr. G, did you hear that final chord? Whoa! Did you hear that? That was nice. That was a nice final chord. Now I'll tell you what that was. That was a 2, and a 5, and a dominant 7th, and a 9th. That's pretty good, isn't it? That is a nice chord. That's like Jermaine Griggs walked in off the street and gave that chord to the Yamahas, and they used it. Now, Mr. G, you know who Jermaine Griggs is, don't you? He teaches all kinds of programs to learn how to play different styles. He teaches a numbering system that I was using a little while ago, and he's really good. He's online at hearandplay.com, and he is really good. Got a lot of good stuff, good materials. Now I have his catalog right here, and he says in here that his programs are 100% dummy proof. You need to get this. Now you might think that Jermaine Griggs gave them this chord, walked away, and they forgot about it. But let me show you on 61, which is the Pro Blues. See if you recognize anything. Did you hear that little trailing arpeggio, Mr. G? And you know what it was? It's that same chord. Now, Mr. G, one of the things you have to remember is that when you press the ending button to give you an ending on the song, you've got to be back in the key that the song is written in. Because if you're not, it'll play the ending in whatever chord that you planned before. For example, let me just do a little sync start here. So, see, in this case, in the bass, I was still on the G chord, and so it played the ending in G. It didn't get back up. I hadn't gone back to C. You got to play the C before you hit the ending. So that's something there for you to take away from this lesson today. Among the other many things, yeah. What to say? Yeah, the off on button is still right here. Yeah, that's good. Glad you remembered that. Wow. Okay, Mr. G, let me play you this ending on this style. That's style 42. There's a sync start. Let's listen to this. that ending's a fader, isn't it? That's pretty cool. I like that. That's good. Okay, what about 44? This is another ending type that I like. Sync start. It's fast. Let's slow it down a little bit. All right. Woo! I like that a lot. That's got the snare drums at the end. Anything with snare drums is good by me. So, Mr. G, I would say that rhythm is my strong suit. What's that? I need to get a new suit. So, Mr. G, I think that'll be the end of the lesson today. We'll get back together sometime. Well, let me ask you something. Seems like after every lesson you put on a disguise. Why is that? So you don't want anybody to know that you've been here? Well, I don't think that's much of a problem because you don't get out much. But anyway, you know, don't you be going and putting on a disguise today now, okay? All right. So we'll see you later.